Thank you for that very kind introduction. More important, thank you for your continued strong leadership of our nation's oldest and largest pro-life group. And I am so thrilled to be with you here today. I appreciate your tireless efforts toward protecting innocent human life. I am very glad to welcome you to the Commonwealth of Virginia. Olivia joins me in welcoming you to the Commonwealth, and we're so glad to have you here with us today. And I want to thank you for holding your meeting here. As Carol mentioned, I did run for the United States Senate in 2014, got very close, less than 1 percentage point, 0.8 of a percentage point, 8 votes per precinct. Not that anyone's counting, but I was very proud to have in that race for the United States Senate the endorsement of the National Right to Life Committee, and proud to run as a pro-life candidate. The fact is, though, we know elections come and elections go. But timeless principles and fundamental values do not. Respect for human life from conception to natural death is not just a box to be checked in a political campaign. It's a hallmark of a civil society and a compassionate culture. And for when a culture fails to protect the most vulnerable within it, including unborn children and the incapacitated elderly, its broader values suffer as well. In fact, I believe that fostering a culture of life would not benefit just those unborn, but is a huge benefit to the born as well, because a culture of life helps to stem what seems to be every day a growing, unabated coarsening of our culture. And fostering a culture of life, I think, would help to make things better in that regard. And of course, this committee knows that, understands that, and has understood it since its inception in 1968. You can see it in the mission statement, where you note that our founding fathers emphasized the preeminence of the right to life by citing it first among the unalienable rights this nation was established to secure. We understand that a critical moral foundation of our society, of our country, is an ongoing commitment to protecting the most vulnerable among us. As a Catholic, I went to the Catholic University of America, could not get into Northwestern. Went to the Catholic University of America, where it's cool to be pro-life, happy to say. I take the words of Pope Paul VI, Humanae Vitae, to heart, and like everyone here, have worked in various ways and positions over the years to help foster our society's respect for all innocent human life, including proudly during my time working for President George W. Bush in his White House. And as David Osteen and Darla and others can tell you, have stood proudly and worked closely with the National Right to Life Committee on both Capitol Hill and in the executive branch. Now, sadly, as we all know, such work has been made much harder over the past 8 years. Under this administration, under President Obama, even the long-held consensus position that no one should be compelled to subsidize abortion through our tax dollars has been violated. And the Supreme Court's recent Hellerstedt decision struck down a Texas law to ensure that abortion clinics and abortion providers meet the same standards as those of hospitals. This decision's going to have a significant impact on states like Virginia, where we have laws to protect women's health and safety by preventing substandard and shoddy care. Sad to say that for liberals now, it is heresy. It's heresy for them to even say that abortion should be legal, safe, and rare. The fact is, under their policies, they seek to make abortion more risky and taxpayer subsidized. In his dissent in the Hellerstedt case, Justice Clarence Thomas quoted his late colleague Antonin Scalia, saying the decision exemplifies the court's troubling tendency to bend the rules when any effort to limit abortion or even to speak in opposition to abortion is at issue. Friends, that is a troubling tendency indeed. And the next president of the United States may end up appointing 2, 3, or 4 new justices to the U.S. Supreme Court. This generational opportunity to change the dynamic of the highest court in the land, coupled with its tendency to bend the rules on matters of life, makes our election in November truly the most important in our lifetime. because it will determine not only control of the executive branch for the next 4 years, but control of the judicial branch for decades to come. Now, I remain hopeful that our cause will prevail for some of the reasons that Guy mentioned in terms of the public perceptions and people's understanding of the issue, and that growing understanding, especially amongst younger voters. But I'm also hopeful because of everyone sitting in this room here today. I take great comfort in the fact that the National Right to Life Committee and its members have been staunch defenders of innocent human life for nearly 5 decades. This organization has faced large obstacles in the past, and it's always risen to the challenge. I have faith that the obstacles we face today can and will be overcome, but it's going to take hard work. Now more than ever, I want to thank all of you for standing strong, proud to stand with you, and continuing the fight to protect the most vulnerable among us, the protection of innocent human life. And I want to thank you for caring not only about the unborn, but also for making sure to promote adoption, to support foster care, and showing compassion for those unwed mothers who choose life. I want to thank you all for allowing me also to be with you here today, and just ask that God bless you, God bless your good works, God bless the Commonwealth of Virginia, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you all for letting me be here.